Interesting piece over in the New York Times. Oil fund manager Ann Durand, see, this is this guy's name, sees big price swings after OPEC decision. The article by Reuters, oil prices are set for wild swings after OPEC's decision to let the market find its levels, says a hedge fund manager, this is the guy who's famous for having said in 2008 that there's going to be a spike in oil and a crash. And he bet on it, and he made a pile of money. His $350 million fund, in fact, made an 18% return last month by betting that oil prices were going to fall. Very interesting. He said Saudi Arabia is no longer trying to control supplies in the face of the wave of the U.S. shale output. So he's saying that basically this 37-year-old guy who runs a fund, it's called Blue Gold, returned more than 200% in 2008 by calling the spike and subsequent crash. And that's interesting. The fund went out; it closed up in 2011. And then he relaunched this as Endurant Capital in 2013. He's French. He said 5 weeks ago that oil could fall as low as $50 a barrel. Wow. It's already fallen 40%, according to the New York Times. And then here's the pièce de résistance, or however you say that. While some forecasters say some U.S. shale producers may have to stop production if prices fall below $80 a barrel, those estimates have largely been revised lower. Many small producers have hedged their output at higher prices for 2015 and are finding ways to squeeze down costs. So in other words, they were selling into the commodities market at higher prices, and so there's all these people who are sitting around on oil contracts committed to buy oil at $90, $100, $110 a barrel when, in fact, it's selling for roughly $70 a barrel right now. What's that going to do to the oil futures market? I don't know. But it's just the whole thing I find, as I said, I think this is the most underreported story that is affecting, right now, is affecting the lives of ordinary, everyday, working Americans, poor people, wealthy people, the middle class, the upper middle class. The rich, I don't think, care much except how it affects their portfolio. And it's having a serious effect on international relations, particularly with regard to Russia and Iran. What is that all about? What's going on here? Steve in Asheville, North Carolina, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, actually, I think you're overthinking it.
Okay, you think I'm overthinking it. So, how so?
Yeah, it's bets on bets. This is the futures market. It's that simple. They're betting on it to go down.
No, this is the spot price, Steve. This is what oil is selling for right now. Brent crude is selling for $72 a barrel as we speak.
Yes, I know. And we're betting, not us, but rich people on Wall Street, bet on it to go down.
Some did.
And it went down.
Right.
So it's collusion.
Well, it could be, or it could just be, for every one guy who bet on it going down, there were probably 20 people who bet it would go up, and he just happened to be the lucky guy. I mean, just because the roulette wheel comes up, double green doesn't mean that you're a genius if that's what your bet was.
Oh, yeah, but this is insider information.
Could be. And only members of Congress are allowed to make money on insider information.
There's also another narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Gas was so high for so long that you have, I live in Asheville, North Carolina. Let me ask you a question. What is the best conversion of sunlight plant material to cellulose?
Probably hemp.
Hemp is number 2. Kudzu's number 1.
Oh, interesting.
And I've been running my car, my Mercedes, for 3 months off kudzu.
So you're taking kudzu and converting it to diesel fuel?
Yes.
Interesting. And all of that, and in fact, this is another thing. I mean, there's, the electric cars are spreading across America. Hybrid cars are spreading across America.
They're afraid of having gas too high for too long. So they bet on it to go down, and they make money off of it.
Right.
And by the way, you think Saudis aren't involved in Wall Street?
No, in fact, I believe, I had to go back and look at it, but I think that the Bank of America has a very, very large Saudi investor, if not a majority Saudi owner, which I always found
And by the way,
startlingly
when I say
ironic.
insider information,
Pardon?
by the way, when I say insider information,
Yeah.
I know somebody.
So you're speaking as an insider.
Yeah, because you asked.
So you're saying that this is all manipulation of markets by banksters, basically, people who are commodity traders.
And yes, and Matt Taibbi will prove it in the end.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. But you know, OPEC just got together. Saudi Arabia and a whole bunch of the oil producing countries, which by the way includes Mexico and Venezuela, but principally the Middle Eastern countries. They just got together and had a meeting about whether they're going to hold the price of oil high, and they decided not to. And, you know, now it could be that they decided not to because Saudi Arabia wouldn't play and they've got so much oil that they basically control OPEC.
See, that's what I'm saying, is that it's not about Iran and Russia. This is about money.
It's about banksters making money and oil companies and countries making money. Well, we'll see. Steve, you may well be right. And, you know, time will tell.